I'm hugely excited to be even a small part of such a fantastic event, which is undoubtedly the biggest boxing event in the history of Australia and one of the biggest sporting events in recent memory as well. Now, ladies and gentlemen, to have a bout like this, with the interest that it has generated, featuring a living legend who does join us here today, and one of our own as well, makes this truly the biggest bout in the history of Australian boxing. I'd like to welcome all of the members of the media here today, those from locally, the crews and journalists who have joined us throughout the build-up to this, as well as the international media who have joined us this week. Welcome to our beautiful city of Brisbane. We certainly look forward to a big week ahead, and we look forward to sharing this special fight week with you. Welcome to our special guests as well. All of you have played such an important part in the success of this event so far, and I'd like to acknowledge the Minister Kate Jones and the Lord Mayor Graham Quirk, and thank both of you for the support that you've shown this event throughout the entire process. And of course I do welcome the promoter himself as well, who had the dream of this event and has boldly turned it into a reality, from Juco Events, Mr. Dean Lonergan. I'd also like to welcome I'd also like to welcome Manny Pacquiao's advisor, Michael Conce, who's joined us here today. And ladies and gentlemen, who is truly boxing royalty in the room today. And we welcome a gentleman who has been in the business of boxing for some 51 years, and in that time has promoted events featuring the all-time greats of this sport. He is perhaps the biggest promoter in the history of boxing. Ladies and gentlemen, the local boy, the challenger, the Hornet, Jeff Horn. To the defending WBO welterweight champion of the world, a living legend of boxing, the hero of the Philippines and a global superstar. He has an incredible boxing record, 59 wins, 6 losses and 2 draws. He is boxing's only 8th division world champion and the winner of 11 world titles. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome one of the greatest boxers of all time, the Pac-Man, Manny Pacquiao. To all of you, we are eagerly awaiting the Battle of Brisbane. It is Manny Pacquiao against Jeff Horn, and it is only 4 days away. The world as well, and all eyes will truly be on Suncorp Stadium, and we simply cannot wait, ladies and gentlemen. To kick off today's proceedings, can I please firstly introduce a woman who has put her heart and soul into making this event possible. Could you please welcome the Minister for Education, the Minister for Tourism, Major Events and the Commonwealth Games, and for this week at least, the Minister for Boxing as well. Ladies and gentlemen, Kate Jones.
I've got 5 brothers, I've been boxing all my life. Look, can I say, it is so exciting to be here. We are 4 sleeps away from the biggest boxing match ever to be held in Australia, and it's happening here in Brisbane. The Battle of Brisbane is going to put our city and our state and our nation on the map. And I really want to acknowledge Manny Pacquiao and his family and supporters that have come in such strong numbers from the Philippines. It's wonderful to have you here enjoying the beautiful city of Brisbane. But of course, as a Queenslander, I must say that as well as seeing a huge crowd that have already bought their tickets for Suncorp Stadium's bout on Sunday, we still have Ticketek has $39 tickets still available
as well. Ladies and gentlemen, could you please welcome the man who hatched this plan and who will on Sunday oversee one of the greatest sporting events of our lifetimes, Juco Events Director, Dean Lonergan.
Dean Damon here spruiking it, and Minister Kate Jones and Mayor Graham, Lord Mayor Graham Quirk. I don't need to say too much because they're selling this really well for us. It's a very important message I have to get out. Not only, and you would have noticed this if you're watching closely, and I've attended 4 press conferences now with Manny Pacquiao, not only is Manny Pacquiao an 11-time world champion, an 8th division world champion, he's also a world champion texter, because he never gets off his bloody phone. That's okay, Manny, because I hope you take the phone into the ring and she'll be game over. This is, sorry, bud. As the guys have said, we've sold 46,000 tickets so far, and that's just, we're in the rarefied air of, never in the history of Australian boxing have we ever sold this many tickets before. We've got 9,000 tickets to go, and I think we're going to crack that 50,000 mark quite easily. who knows how high we can go. This fight has put Brisbane on the world map, and I think Bob Aaron. Of course, Freddie Roach over here, one of the world great trainers. I think he's got something like 49 world champions he's trained, which is truly amazing. But I think Freddie's made a major mistake on this promotion, in this event, in this fight. He's done nothing for the last 3 weeks, except when he gets to Australia, to talk about Manny's next opponent. We're going to fight Floyd Mayweather, we're going to fight maybe Errol Spence, we're going to have a big payday with Terence Crawford. And I think both Freddie and Manny are looking beyond this fight, and that's going to be a major mistake. And when you do that in your preparation, that's when you make mistakes, and it's very hard late in the piece to come back onto the game and fight what's in front of you. And what's in front of him is one hell of a tough guy who is going to come into this ring probably 7 kilos heavier than Manny, maybe the biggest opponent Manny's ever fought. And a guy who hits hard and they can take a shot. One of the hardest punches in the welterweight division of the last 10 years is a guy called Randall Bailey. I sat ringside about a year ago watching Jeff Horn fight Randall Bailey. Bailey clocked him 4, 5, 6 times right on the chin. Didn't worry Jeff, he got back up. And the honest truth was he beat the living shit out of Randall Bailey. Now I've been a big Manny Pacquiao fan for the last probably 10 years, along with my son Dean who's here. And I think he's one of the greatest fighters, the most entertaining fighters, a great ambassador for the sport of boxing. But unfortunately, everybody's time's come. Manny's time has come. It's now the time of Jeff Horn. We've laid the platform for Jeff globally to turn himself into a giant boxing superstar. But more importantly, he's going to be a giant Australian sporting superstar, and that coming of age is going to be July 2, when the referee raises a hand at Jeff Horn and says, the new WBO World Welterweight Champion. And it's going to be one of the great Australian sporting moments. So I ask you not to miss this. It's going to be amazing. Thank you.
Thank you, Dean.
Lord Mayor, I want to thank both of you for your foresight in coming together and making this event possible. Because without the help of the Queensland government and the city of Brisbane, this wouldn't be possible, believe me. 6 months ago, in the United States, which, by the way, is still a pretty good country, although we sometimes make mistakes electing our officials. Big viewing which showed the number of Americans who were leaving America and going to settle in New Zealand. Well, once they know about Brisbane, they may decide to come and settle here to get away from some of the craziness that's going on, and the real estate will boom, housing prices will go up, because these won't be penniless refugees coming here. These will be political refugees who have plenty of money. And Dean got up and made a big prediction of the fight. Dean, you're a promoter. You're supposed to be neutral. And I know where your heart is. But this fight's going to be a terrific fight. Now, how did it happen? Manny Pacquiao is a fighter who is obvious, like all of us, goes up in age. We all do. But age is just a number. Manny Pacquiao, to me, is as youthful and as energetic as he's ever been. And even though he devotes a substantial amount of his time to his duties as a senator. Now, in the Philippines, there are 24 senators. 12 get elected every 6 years. So it's a very, very prestigious position. And the sessions and the committee go on endlessly for hours. The Senate really does the business of the Philippine government. And Manny, when he was elected Senate, vowed never to miss a session of the Senate, and he's never missed one. So he fights, we can get it during the Senate recess, and trains while he works on his senatorial duties from 9 in the morning till almost 9 at night. Amazing. But he's been able to maintain his skill and his ability?
We had a really good training camp. The beginning of the camp was a little bit shaky though, because he's in Senate and he's working 2 jobs, trying to fit in the gym when we could. Because he sometimes works fairly late. The Senate doesn't break all the time. It's 9 o'clock at night sometimes, and we'd be on our way to the gym. And the second half though was really good. General Santos, Manny's home. And that way we had no distractions, and the sparring started picking up, and we brought a couple new kids in. This sparring partners that works really well for us. And Manny, again, he had a great training camp. He's ready. And I know Dean says talk about Mayweather and all those other things, but Dean, I've been in fight game for a long, long time, and I think you did like 3 shows so far. Can you spell box? He's my friend. I'm just kidding. But anyway,
doesn't have a microphone.
For this fight, Manny's in great shape, and we don't take anybody lightly. And Jeff Horn is the guy in front of us right now, and that's who we're after. And Manny, again, he's had a great training camp, and so it should be a great fight. I'd like to wish Jeff the best of luck, and Manny won't need it.